Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to ZooBox. I'm Sean, and today we have another kind of product review for you. Something else to do with the drugs. Things that could get you high, things that could help you relax. And if you don't know my story is this, the short version, okay? I suffer from anxiety, sleeplessness, and mild depression. And I'm always looking for something to help me mitigate those sensations, those feelings, just something to help me kind of cope. Something to keep me away from like heavy pharmaceutical drugs or having to do anything like that. And so I'm always checking out new things, always testing out stuff. And today we're going to be talking about the BELLUXE THC Fusion Disposable Vape, which was provided to us by the fine folks over at True Canna Bliss. True Canna Bliss is a premier THC-0, THC-P, Delta-8 THC, and CBD product and accessory dispensary located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that provides customers with holistic benefits. Their aim is to provide customers with informed and educated choices in understanding beneficial uses and therapeutic application of THC and CBD products. No matter your level of interest or experience, True Canna Bliss will have something for you. They have gummies, vapes, beverages, concentrates, flour, capsules, edibles, stuff for your pets, pre-rolls, topicals, tinctures and oils, and so much more. And if you head on over to truecannabliss.shop, you'll be able to find all that stuff that you just saw. But they sent over this THC Fusion vape, like I said, the Gasberry Indica variety. So these are kind of cool. It's a THC Fusion. It's supposed to make it more potent, right? The breakdown of this one in particular is 84% THC-0, 10% Delta-8 THC, 1% THC-P, and 5% terps or terpenes, which are kind of the oils, the natural oils that are found in cannabis and hemp products. It's supposed to have, it has a little bit of psychoactive properties themselves, but, it really kind of depends on the person. And I mean, with a lot of these kinds of products, it's your mileage may vary just depending on your tolerances and your habits and the things that you do. So my habits, just before I even get into how this product specifically affected me and my time with it, is that I do like Delta-8 probably like once or twice a week, usually around 40 to 50 milligrams per session. Like I said, it's something I help to kind of take the edge off. Helps me sleep at night. I mean, I sleep like a rock when I take this stuff. So it's become pretty essential to my life, for lack of a better way to put it, my way of life anyways. Like I said, I have sleeplessness. I'm a night owl. It's so hard for me just to get my brain to turn off and relax. I'm always going. I'm always thinking. I'm always wanting to work. I'm always wanting to edit. I'm always wanting to watch something for review or do something. So what's kind of cool about this, being sent to products like this, actually, is that like I get to use my relaxation time to actually relax and do something productive with it. So I just feel better about myself when I'm doing it. I don't feel like I'm being lazy, So I've done a few other vapes in the past, mostly just Delta-8. I've done Delta-9 THC vapes as well. Like years and years ago, but in recent history I've done some Delta-8 ones, and the effect of those is, it's a little bit muted. It's a little bit more muted than if you just take like a gummy or have an edible of Delta-8 or smoke Delta-8. It's a little bit more muted, and you have to kind of constantly go back to the vape to kind of keep that high going, to keep it more consistent. And what I found with this was my first time ever doing the THC-0, which I was kind of interested to check out. I had heard some things. Actually, my brother had checked it out recently, and he was like, hey, yeah, it's actually really cool. It's a different kind of high. Like, as is with all of these things with Delta-8, Delta-9, Delta-10, it's all slightly different. Just like, different strains of regular Delta-9 stuff, like THC. Delta-9 THC, you get different strains. They do different things, and I think they're finding that same thing is true with these other things. So just right off the bat, I really like this. I've been doing it off and on for the past few days, kind of different dosages, different variations. And so the first time I did it, I just kind of, for lack of a better way to put it, just smoked the hell out of it. I spent basically a couple hours. I was talking to my friend. I was relaxing, playing a video game. I had him on the laptop. We were talking for a couple hours, and I just kept ripping on it. And casually, I'm not I'm not like a huge like I'm not the type of dude that's out there doing huge bong rips or whatever. So I was just kind of casually kind of enjoying it, and just really enjoying the relaxation, the sense of high. And what I really liked about the THC-0 is that it brought like a sense of clarity to it. I felt clear-minded. I felt present. In a way that oftentimes Delta 8 won't do, even especially if I indulge to this degree with Delta 8. Like I said, I normally do like 40 milligrams, 50 milligrams. If I get really crazy, maybe 75. But I mean, I smoked the hell out of this thing. I smoked the hell out of it, and I never felt out of sorts. I also didn't get a huge sense of drowsiness or the munchies, which for me, a dude that struggles with his weight a little bit and is always trying to lose weight. Like right now, I'm just trying to get back into shape. Any mercy from the munchie gods, like I will take. I'll take it. It's good. It's good stuff. And one of the first things I noticed too is that this is not harsh at all. This is a very smooth vape, very smooth hit. Because the Delta 8 vapes are kind of disgusting, for lack of a better way to put it. I don't want to like kind of slag them off in total, but like the ones that I have tried, the brands that I have tried, they're kind of harsh. And this is not at all. I mean, like, it's kind of crazy to me that I could do that and not feel even a slight need to cough or a tingle in the back of my throat. Super smooth. And it tastes pretty good too. It doesn't have like kind of a gross chemically taste that oftentimes you may find with these kinds of products, at least from my experience. It kind of feels like a normal vape, like more of like a tobacco vape or a nicotine vape, where it's smooth, it's an enjoyable experience, and you can just kind of ease yourself into it. Now, like most vapes, right, it doesn't have the same lasting effect that an edible does, or a gummy. If you've taken Delta 8 gummies, or if you've done any, Delta 9 gummies or Delta 10 gummies, that can go anywhere from like a 3-hour to an 8-hour experience before you really come off of the high. I would say with this, the first night when I was doing it and I was just kind of ripping on it, I never got out of the high loop. But subsequent days went by, and I would just kind of hit it for a little bit just to kind of take the edge off, making dinner or whatever, and I was testing it out. And so I would do that, and I would take a couple big hits, and then I would just see kind of how long it lasted. It lasts for about 45 minutes to an hour, I would say, like if you take like 2 decent hits, and it takes effect pretty quickly. Even now, like I just took that little rip, I can kind of feel it a little bit. I can already start feeling it kind of enter my bloodstream and relaxing me. I'm already feeling more relaxed. I'm already on cloud 9. All right, I'm already headed to that true cannabis place in the sky. So that's awesome. That's beneficial, especially, and it helps you kind of mitigate it too. You're going to have way more control over your high with something like this than you are if you enjoy an edible. Like with an edible and stuff, like I have to wait till it's time for bed. It's like 2 or 3 hours before I'm probably going to go to bed at night. That's when I'll do an edible, because I know I'm going to be, kind of mildly incapacitated. And while I'll say that I don't recommend operating heavy machinery or getting in a car and driving somewhere doing a THC-0, this THC fusion vape, it is way more manageable. And like I said, you have a lot more control over the experience and how high you want to get. Because you could just take a hit, just see how you feel, and then kind of go from there and kind of do that. So I'd say overall, 1000% recommend. This is the most enjoyable vape product that I've ever had. And it's cool. And you can head over to, truecannabis.shop. You can pick yourself up one. If you happen upon this today, you can get a big discount. They're doing their $4.20 discount right now. But even if they're not on discount, I'm sure they always have sales. And also, the prices are very reasonable for these kinds of products, which I was happy to find. But one of the cool things I liked about this, especially, is that I like their mandate. Like, I like what they had to say about their place in the market. This idea that they want to provide you with information. They want you to be an informed customer. Because if you're like myself, who's kind of a normie, like I do these things kind of from a normie perspective, it's cool to not only just get a product from a company like this, but also I just like supporting companies like this. I like supporting this idea that we're trying to inform our consumers, that we want the best for them, because oftentimes people are looking to this stuff not just to get high. It's not about that. Sometimes it's about pain management, or like I said, for like myself, sleeplessness, anxiety, depression. There's all different reasons why somebody might find themselves looking into these kinds of products. And the more that they can be fully informed, the better, in my opinion. And so I'm very happy to see that this is something that they're interested in, and makes me feel better about doing it, you know? Like, they did provide these products, but I don't want you to think that anything I've said is kind of colored by them providing it, you know? The only thing I was required to do is make a video and put certain links in the description. That's it. That's the only thing that they required me to do. So I can say with confidence that this is totally worth your time and worth your money. And I would totally recommend it. And I would recommend checking out a place like that. I mean, come on. A nice Milwaukee, Wisconsin store, salt of the earth, middle America. You got to support people. You got to support small businesses. And they have a lot of cool stuff. Like, if you're a Milwaukee resident, you could head over and you could get local delivery. You could head into their shop. There's so many options available to you to kind of go and peruse what they have. And even if when you go on the website as well, like, they even have like a little kind of message us. They have this little kind of thing where you can get in contact with them. If you have any specific questions about their products, they'll be there to help you out. So make sure to check them out. All the links in the description for this, and also for a few products that we're going to be talking about in the coming weeks, which I'm excited to get to. And I'll save that for, you know, a little surprise. You can check in the description. You'll see what's coming up in the next few weeks. But yeah, that's going to do it for me for this review. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next time on ZooBox. Goodbye.